I honestly have no idea why I'm doing this, but I'm bored and I don't have anything else to do. So I guess we'll just start off with Error. Error was manipulated, stabbed in the back, and then killed at her own hands. It started like this. In the beginning, Error was actually called Maya. Maya really liked neon and pastel colors, hence her outfit and her style. Maya had a sister called May. Maya was always super positive and joyful. She always looked at the bright side of things, whereas May was cold, sarcastic, and preferred to be realistic and pay attention to the downside of things. Eventually, Maya and May, or Error and Error 2, began to venture past their city, finding a multitude of things. Long story short, Maya found a friend, or so she thought. That friend manipulated and deceived Maya. In the end, her friend took her to some laboratory and mutated her cells using some virus. May decided to come and help her sister, but got sick by it too. With their new mutations, they took out the facility, burning it to the ground. They later on died of smoke inhalation and ended up in my twisted little AU. Alrighty, moving on to the other Error. Harassed, verbally abused, blackmailed, and corrupted. Error, or originally called May, was sisters with Maya, like I stated earlier. May didn't have very many friends, so she grew up to be cold and sarcastic. She was always the odd one out at school. Didn't really talk, was just there. People often yelled at her, calling her slurs, curses, etc. Later on, she began to explore with Maya. She had met her new friend. May did not like Maya's new friend. Soon later, she got a text message from the imposter blackmailing her for her sister. It read that if you wanted to see your little sister again, she had to come to the lab with the golden blade, or she dies. Long story short, May saves her sister but gets sick as well, shortly after blowing up the laboratory, but dies due to smoke inhalation with her sister. Then they wind up in my fabulous AU. Honestly, there isn't much for human error. I mean, I made the errors a human persona to represent what they looked like as people. Human error has traits from both bright error and gloomy error. So basically, when they were stuck together, human error was basically tearing at the seams, on the verge of losing her sanity due to being attacked by both personalities at once. Light error and gloomy error fought a lot and mentally abused error. So when later on, when they became their own personalities, human error always turned to either light error or gloomy error because she couldn't make decisions for herself anymore. Agent Error is an assassin and a cold, ruthless killer while doing her job. However, it wasn't always like this. Agent Error used to be called Aurum, which in Latin stands for gold. She had a brother named Alexander. Her father had died due to a car crash when she was 13, and from then on, she became independent. Her mother was always super manipulative, which then led to the fall of her brother. After that, at the age of 16, she became an assassin and took on the name Error, or Agent 237L. Skip ahead a few years and she's 23. 23-year-old Error has now been moved to leader, as she now has two new co-workers, Agent Ray and Agent May. Agent Error's group later on goes against her brother, Agent Alex. Agent Alex and Agent Error try to talk things out, but Alex just tries to make Error betray her friends. In the end, instead of joining her brother or killing him, she lets him live. Agent Error turns her back to go help her teammates, but Agent Alex has something different in mind. Agent Alex attacks Error when her back is turned. In the end, Agent Error is put on bed rest, and her teammates are continuing their line of work, and Agent Alex has a talk with Bright Error and Gloomy Error. Agent Ray is a born-bred fighting machine. At the age of 12, he was pushed to the limit by his agency and father. Agent Ray then tried to stop his training and argued. This later ended up with Ray being physically and mentally abused, believing his only purpose in life is to be a killing machine. After a few years, he found Agent May. Agent May and Agent Ray become close and thought of each other as family. Soon later, during a mission, Agents Ray and May found Agent Error struggling around with the one they were supposed to assassinate. Both agents decide to help her. Later on, Error is now leader. Time skip a few years, and Agent Ray is now 22, and they're about to be going up against Agent Alexander. Agent Ray jumps straight into the battle, getting mauled by Agent Alex while trying to save Agent May from an unexpected attack. Agent Alex and Error talk to each other while Agent May helps Ray. Agent Error gets attacked. May and Ray help her. Then Alexander gets a talking to with Bright Error and Gloomy Error.